Good evening. How's everyone doing? I'm speaking as Lisa Mutupi, obviously. And on today's video, what we are going to be focusing on is looking at, obviously US30. I love this pair. Let's look at it. And also GBPJPY. And maybe we can take a look at NASDAQ also, because we actually did take a trade on NASDAQ. So maybe I will, get to show you guys what I'm seeing on NASDAQ and what is the outcome of the trade that we actually did take. Kindly just make sure that you do subscribe below. Make sure that you do like, as I do post a lot of valuable videos. You guys do know, no need for me to say it over and over again. And let's get on to today's video. So obviously now with US30, I was actually looking at areas taking a part in this. Okay, first touch you can see here, second touch. Now obviously you can see some area here, so maybe price would have came down and went up. Cause one of the things that I noticed with me when it comes to US30 is that now it's literally all the way up. Like even today at 3:30 I saw a beautiful buy opportunity, but I just didn't take it and I didn't shade because I felt like price is too high and I just didn't want to buy when something is too expensive, you understand? So yeah, obviously first touch, second touch, we are in a clear upward direction, guys. No need for me to be specific. We're in a clear upward direction. You guys can see this. Okay, let me just go on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour chart, you can simply see that price kept on pushing upwards. Even the previous, if you can just watch my previous video that I posted on Monday, even the previous week, we spoke, the price was actually somewhere around here. We spoke of it going up, this being targets and all the way up. And this is what's actually going on now. It's moving all the way upwards now. So we're able to benefit from some of positions that happened moving upwards. And now on today's trade, let me just explain to you guys on today's trade. So what I had is that obviously I'm seeing this is just buying all over. It's buying, no need for me to look for sales. It's buying. So I had this beautiful setup right here. This is what I had. Okay, I had this, but instead I had area being somewhere around this area. So I was like, you know what, if price would come, like first touch, second touch, if price would come third touch, I would buy, go up. And you know how the market is. It didn't wait for me to do that. Instead, it just done something which I could have spotted. A double bottom. Done first peak, second peak, and then boom, it went up. So now also after it got here, I was like, no, price is at its highest. Because 3:30, it was somewhere around here. So I was like, I want to buy, but it's too expensive, dude. Like, is there a higher chance of this thing going more higher? And yeah, I did buy. I didn't buy. I just observed it, and price just broke out of structure. And I was like, please come back to retest. Price didn't come back to retest. It still continued going upwards, and this is the result of it. You can simply see how price is pushing upwards now. So now let me just go back to the weekly time frame, because price is like literally high with the Sonia, and it's just creating highs, high, and price has really never been this high before, ever since US30 has ever been published. Like, it has never been this high. Now you can simply see all the way from dates here, 15 prices just being higher high, higher low, high, and now it's at its highest level ever. So now we don't know what actually is going to be happening. Are we going to get a drop, a crash in the markets, or are we just going to continue shooting upwards? But obviously nothing goes up like way too up for a very long time. So I'm expecting a correction, on which I don't know when we can expect that correction to happen. Let me just go on the daily. I don't know when we can expect the correction to happen, but to be honest, the correction would be nice, like something that would just give us more things that we can use to move into the upside. Like, let's say, obviously you can see when you just have this here, but even if price would just move a bit more to the downside, come at this area and then continue going upwards, treat this area right here and then continue going upwards, that will be very nice. But for now, obviously guys, the market is currently buying, so you shouldn't try to pick or get that perfect sell. Like, you shouldn't be looking for sells whereby you are thinking that you're gonna catch it at where it's at its highest, then you're gonna sell all the way to the downside. Because normally price, whenever there's a high, price can always create new highs. It can always happen that way. So that is US30. But obviously, remember how we're seeing it. We're seeing, obviously, it's moving upwards, it's buying now, but we're trying to see it come a bit more to the downward, so it can give us more room to buy. So I want to see support areas. Now we're not seeing support areas. We want to see support areas. Okay, let me just go to the 4 hour of this one. Yeah, this is GBPJPY. If I remember perfectly, I also shared, on the previous week, we spoke about price coming, I think, somewhere around here. Just go back to the previous video and watch it. And not only that, but also you can check out the the video that I posted on Saturday when we spoke about NFP, how we actually executed trades on NFP. That was a fun video. You should check it out, guys. And yeah, obviously here you can see GBPJPY is like literally the simplest thing. Very beautiful impulse, correction, and then impulse. Now I don't like how long this correction played out, but I like the fact that it's like that simple, like you're able to spot it out, ne? And then coming now here, obviously price is just shooting upwards. Young retest shot up, and then we got here. So here, when we were here at first, I was like, you know what, we are now at the resistance. Let me see what could happen. Like here at this area, I was trying to see if maybe we could get sellers, to be honest, because we're at the resistance. I was thinking maybe we'd get sellers go all the way down, but I was just observing till I saw that, okay, no, price is still going upwards. Because take a look at this price hammer followed by candlesticks, engulfing candle, came back to retest, and then boom, it went up. So at this one here, normally Mondays are not for me. If you have been following me for the past 2 years, Mondays are not for me, guys. Mondays are not for me. So what I done is that with this one here, I saw first touch, second touch. I saw price coming here giving us a third touch, but I was like, you know what, let me wait for some sort of a confirmation. And by the time a confirmation came, I was already sitting down reading my book, on which that's how dedicated I was to not taking any trades further on Monday, ne? Because you can see this was my confirmation. As soon as price got here, I got this candlestick confirmation. Then boom, price is now moving all the way upwards, hitting targets. Ne? So this was the trade that I was actually looking at, but I just didn't take it. So I don't feel bad or anything like that. I'm still safe. Okay. But with this one here, let me show you what I'm seeing for longer term. Because remember, the purpose of me doing these things is for you to be able to see what I'm seeing for the week, not just for the day, for the week. Okay. So you can see that like price is just going crazy, guys. Price is just going crazy. You can see what actually is going on here. Price has been moving down correctively, then now it's moving upwards. Not even correctively, it's moving upwards nicely, even with a beautiful trend. So obviously I was looking at areas this could be, okay, this is actually where we at now, but I think our overall target would be an area like this. Let me take note of how many pips we have to play around with. Okay, 330 pips, you can simply see here 330 pips is what we have to play around with when it comes to GBPJPY, on which I believe we can make the most, guys. We can make the most of it. So I like the fact that already this one here, it's not like it's all-time high, you don't know what's happening and stuff. You can simply see here, very simple. You can simply see price broke out, price came to retest, price is now moving upwards. So you can also, I think I would also place my buys somewhere around here. Once price breaks above this area, that's when I'll buy, and then I'll continue going upwards with it. And I like the fact that it done this. So even when you buy around here, when it closes above here, you can simply put your stop loss below here if you want to be, super tight with it. And if you don't mind, you can put it just below here, which is still gonna be safe, But this is GBPJPY, guys, looking beautiful. It's looking beautiful. I even feel like placing trades now. I'm gonna place it as soon as this video is done, but I'll wait for candlestick to close, which is in the next 2 minutes. Okay, now let us take a look at US100. So now I don't want to waste a lot of time speaking, doing all these things. That's why I'm getting straight to the charts. I'm getting straight to the charts. You can simply see that I'm not wasting time talking and all these things. Okay, so with NASDAQ here, obviously today I thought that we'd see a rise in the markets. I bought. I shared it in the team that let's buy, guys. But obviously I also shared, like, Mondays are, like, normally what I like to say on Mondays are not really good good days for me, which I think it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing that I tell myself that, because it means that even if I take a loss, I can easily take a loss and say, no, today is not a good day. But it's a good thing that I know what days are working out for me. So I know even if I see a beautiful setup on Monday, I'm not gonna go in with a lot of risk or anything like that. I would even risk half the risk that I normally risk, because I know for sure that that's just what I'm seeing in the markets. That's just what I'm seeing in the markets, ne? Okay, so with this one here, obviously, like, now looking at it, we can simply see prices trying to just push upwards. We reached this level of resistance, we had this level of support, price broke out. Let me just have this, This is our level of support. We had this as level of resistance. Price broke out impulsively, came back to retest. So now somewhere around here, we saw beautiful buys. I'll show you guys how I saw it. And yeah, that's how we took those buys, and it eventually took us out, but I'll show you guys how we saw it. So now moving forward, I think we are now seeing price, because obviously with this, there's a higher chance of us coming all the way down to here, and then there's a high chance of us coming down here. But I'd like to see what actually happens when price gets here, because as soon as we get here, we can see price just starting to go more to the upside. Now remember, NASDAQ is a bit more too volatile compared to US30, so we need to be careful on how we move with NASDAQ. Okay, remember, the most important thing about analyzing on charts is just to be able to see some moves before they do happen, and then just that you'd be able to know how to react when they do happen. It's not you trying to be smart, analyzing, doing all these things. It's just you analyzing to understand what is more likely to happen. So obviously you can simply see with this one here, we've got our first touches here, second touches here, we've got our first touch, second touch. Now we are definitely coming for a third touch here. Once we get this third touch, we are going upwards. So we are looking to buy NASDAQ when we get here, which is one of the readiest trade. It's ready. When it gets here, we're looking to buy NASDAQ and then go all the way up. But at the same time, we need to be careful of what if it breaks below structure. What if it breaks and comes here? That means if it does this, we still need to see opportunity and then buy all the way to the upside. But now the most favorable setup is the one that we would buy here. Okay, the one that we would buy here. And okay, let me just remove this. Obviously, one thing that I like, let me just show you guys even how we got to have bought USD 100. Let me show you what I saw. So you learn from my mistakes. Remember, it's important to learn from some of my mistakes. So what I saw is that I shared in the team a similar setup to this. I think I had, obviously an area here, and I also had an area somewhere around, was it here? Yeah, I think somewhere around here. Had an area somewhere around here. So this is what I had. Obviously impulse correction. I'm seeing this continuation pattern to the upside, and I'm seeing this being resistance. It broke out, came back, tested support. So I bought here at the double bottom. So as soon as we bought here, went up with it. I bought before 3:30 even, but 3:30, when 3:30 came, it went down and took me out. My stop loss was here, and then it took me out. But chill. It's a beautiful thing that we saw here. I'll take the setup over and over again. Whenever I see it, I'll take the setup, guys. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing now on NASDAQ. Just price pushing a bit more downwards, coming here, and then we'll take future buys all the way to the upside. That's what I'm seeing. So let's see GBPJPY once again what it's doing, if it has broken out, because I remember we had 2 minutes left. Let me do this. Okay, price is trying to break. I think this candle is the one that, because we're trying to break, we didn't break out. But I think it'll be wise if you are buying here to just place a buy stop, and stop loss 20 pips is okay. And then you're targeting your areas all the way to the upside now. Where's that area? Right here, all the way to here. You can make 14%, being smart with it. Okay, it's gonna be beautiful, I promise. This one is gonna be a beautiful setup. I'm even looking at how the candles are moving, guys. Look at this, like it's looking nice. But yeah, that's actually it for being able to see a GBPJPY, USD 100, and also USD 30. Make sure that you do subscribe, guys. It's important if you do subscribe, because whenever I do get to upload a video, or whenever I get to share some valuable information, you'll be the first people that actually gets this information. So make sure that you are subscribed, and comment below what it is that you think about these setups, and share also in the public group of the Discord group that we have, public one. Share some of your setups, share and engage with other people. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. So bye, Mutubi.